now we get a chance to discuss with you exactly what you have to find about this article.
Closing arguments are super important since this is the final time parties are allowed to present their arguments in order to impress the jury and ultimately hand them a favorable ruling. However, Amber Heard's obviously struggled during the closing arguments. Their claims are either speculative or exaggerating statements already made in court. In fact, Rottenborn, one of Amber's lawyers, messed up big time, and we all know this wouldn't do anything favorable for their cause. So, what did Rottenborn do during the closing, and how will this affect the outcome of the case? Let's find out. Amber's lawyer presented a lot of evidence during their closing arguments, but let's just say that's all they have. Pictures. And with those pictures are statements that didn't make sense. For example,
there was one where on March 8th, and we'll get to that in a second, where he was drinking brown liquor and doing a lot of cocaine. Or that might have been that was March 22nd. On March 8th, this is when Mr. Depp backhanded her. She felt like her lip went into her teeth and got a little blood on the wall. He grabbed her by the arm and held her on the floor, screaming at her. We'll come back to this in a minute. This is March 22nd. This is what Mr. Depp said isn't every hour happy hour. Again, totally abandoning any responsibility for behavior like this. But what happened?
Rottenborn accused Depp of being abusive by showing photos of illegal substances, a table full of things owned by Johnny, pictures of him passing out or sleeping on the floor, and a video of Johnny hitting kitchen cabinets. Yes, this evidence can lead us to believe that Depp once abused drugs, but they failed to connect the dots. Why is this stuff relevant in the case and to Amber's allegations against Depp? They didn't answer that. Instead, they continued to throw one accusation after the other and thinks that the jury will just believe them. Sadly, that's not how it works. Commenting about the illegal drugs on the table is enough evidence for abuse. This fan wrote, "I live in Long Beach. If this is abuse, then a huge majority of the households in Long Beach are abusive. People abusing like crazy in my hood all day, every day." Rottenborn also even brought up controversies about Amber allegedly laughing inside the court. Well, we all know that Amber had been caught laughing, smirking, and snickering while the trial was ongoing, but her lawyer still pushes the narrative that Heard didn't. Again, another blatant lie. Of course, even people who are tuning in are feeling doubtful, especially after they heard the closing arguments from Amber's team, which honestly sounded super empty. This fan even criticized Rottenborn arguments, saying Amber Heard is a saint for trying to beat Johnny Depp's addiction out of him. It's not the winning argument I think Mr. Rottenborn believes it is. While another listed his bad statements in his tweet, which reads, "Rottenborn, everyone is lying. Amber is an angel. Believe all women. First Amendment freedom." Depp bad texts. Amber is the only one you can believe. Believe Amber and ignore all the other evidence. Interesting. How about you? Did Rottenborn convince you, or do you think the jury is more doubtful than convinced after his closing arguments? Let us know in the comments below.